Rainy, wet Tuesday. Indeed, indeed. You are back on the spaceship. You are buckled in. You are ready to go. You are ready for liftoff, and you are prepared to take into outer space.
That's right, baby.
With us here. Voice of Radio presents Lake Erie. That's right. And tonight, we got a really dope show, jam-packed show. We got two super awesome, crazy, ill guests in the building tonight.
Yes, Lord.
The great Larry H. Garner in the building.
What up? What up, B?
Great J. Floyd in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo.
We're talking to them. We're going to be talking to them about their career, what they got going on right now, and the conspiracy topic of the night.
Ooh.
What's that?
Well, here's the thing, right? On this show, it's really tough to pick like which conspiracy you want to talk about. And I usually don't really have that idea until maybe about an hour before the show. And today we did a little something different, and I didn't have it until about 30 seconds after the show started. So tonight's topic, and this is a topic where it literally came into my head because I'm just seeing how people interact with each other today. A lot of things I've been seeing, and the topic is mental health as a result from COVID.
Yeah.
How has it affected people mentally since this whole crisis began? Since COVID first hit, how has it affected the world mentally?
Is that a conspiracy though?
Is it a conspiracy? Yeah. It's a conspiracy. Because the way I look at it, the conspiracy behind it is, has it caused people to be better? Or has it caused people to be worse? You know what I'm saying? Or before COVID, were mankind a little bit more united as far as being more social with each other personally? And since that has happened, we've resigned to be more separate. And we've gotten used to not being around each other. Also, the mental effects of COVID when it comes down to the media and how it has affected how we approach COVID from the early conspiracies of it's not real to it being real to what's real about it to what's the real way to combat it.
To the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated.
Yeah, man. Y'all trying to go there today?
Indeed. Oh yeah, we
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's go. Let's go.
You know, and how it affected families.
Let's go.
How mentally it has infected all of us. Whether in a good way or a bad way. So yeah, we're gonna get into it tonight. So first off, as we like to do, we like to pretty much talk about our week as we open the show and see, where we're all at and what's been up with us. So I'm not going to start it because my week has been weird as shit. So let's talk to our guests first. Let's see how their week has been going.
I'm going to start with my man over here first.
Yo, Jay, how your week been going?
Man, my week is excellent, man.
Excellent.
I got no complaints. Life is beautiful. Just grinding, loving on my family.
Amen.
Yeah. Promoting this album. I'll be on the set tomorrow with my man Mike Berry shooting another movie.
That's what's up.
Yeah, second movie with him. So just doing the thing, man. Yeah, loving life.
Right on.
Thank you.
No, hey man, those are blessings too, man. And
Huge blessings.
Huge blessings. Shout out to Mike Berry, man. He working. Hard working, man.
That's that dude, man.
Is he?
Indeed. So Larry, what's good with you, man? What's popping in your world, man? As a crusader.
When it started with the laugh, it's gonna
be. Well, let's start off with what I had to deal with yesterday. Yesterday was, as everybody knows, Frank Q. Jackson, the grandson of Mayor Frank Jackson, was shot and killed. In Kinsman in an apparent hit, pretty much. The conspiracy theories surrounding that, considering that we have a mayor's election in November 2nd and early voting starts October 6th, that Mayor Jackson is no longer going to be mayor. He has decided to step down. But the thing about it is everybody talked about, Frank Q. Jackson, the grandson, his, problems and stuff like that, things of that nature. So I had to deal with that last night. Oh, and today somebody killed themselves, which I found out later, and the RTA Rapid Station. Now, here's the thing. Everybody knows that I ride the bus, and take weaken my eyesight, things of that nature. So one of my things that I bought during the week, as far as my passes and stuff, was not working. Like, it wasn't registering. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I go down, and I see stuff blocked off. I didn't know until after I left. Now, the thing about it is like I was trying to ask the officer because somebody come down. He was trying to block me, and then he started getting rude. Bald head white guy. Then I got his two little giblet white people trying to chase me, escort me out there. So I turned on the phone. Yeah, giblet.
He did.
Yeah. So I turned on the phone, making sure that I don't get George Floyd or nothing like that.
Right.
So it was like hit out the building. I called, and the one captain supervisor apologized, but I'm thinking to myself, like, what happened? And then eventually I told, hey, somebody took a header off the damn railing and killed themselves. So I don't know what was going on, but the thing about it is that's how my week started off. But yeah, it's crazy. I went to like the thing about it is like I'm glad that I have a girl right now. Shout out to my girl Marissa. See, because see, if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. I probably wouldn't be here at this show.
Shout out Black Love, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Marissa you in his life because we don't want him in jail.
Right.
At all. We don't need him to die.
Right. So when I finally explained it, it's like, like the thing about it is like, first of all, it doesn't take two of you giblet cops to try to push me out. Like,
you're going to have to explain this giblet.
They're shorter than me. I'm 6'2".
That's what it is.
Yeah, they like folk, and it was like 5'9" a piece.
What am I? I'm 5 feet even.
You're a woman.
Okay.
You're like when I say
for like little people, it's giblet.
Little white men with no with authority. That's what I call them.
You said you want to get canceled today. You said what's happening.
Well, I got a show here on Friday called Headlines Headaches talking about all this political shit. So So the thing about it is like I hate to say it like that. People was like and then people was like, well, we didn't see the video all the way through. I'm like, I'm trying not to record anything, but if I feel like you got two cops,
right.
Two little, what you call them, Chihuahua giblet cops walking up on you, then you like, hey, y'all got guns and nightsticks. I just got my feet. All right, so I'm just leaving. So that's what I'm saying. When I said giblet, Chihuahua cops, they was, the short dogs with all bark but no bite unless they got some, they only got
ankle biters.
Yeah, ankle biters. You little giblet ankle biters, messing with me today. I ain't need for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that.
Okay.
Right on. Well, man,
that's what it is.
Fuck the giblets.
Right. Fuck the giblets.
That's how it's going.
What about you? How you doing? How's your week going?
My week been okay. So far, so good. Trying to unspoil my children, trying to figure out the way to do it, but I don't know how. But other than that, it's going good. I can't complain. Working, I'm alive, living well. Okay.
That's what's up.
Now, can we get into your these stories?
Oh, I know there's some right there.
I mean, I started off last week with 2 full-time jobs. Ended last week without them.
How that happen?
Did you go out in a blaze of glory?
So what?
Did you go out in a blaze of glory, man?
I blazed a lot of glory since then.
Was it the Reggie kind or the super glory kind?
Nah, listen.
We don't do Reggie over here.
Okay, all right. Just making sure.
Not for these issues and problems. You feel me? But yeah, it's been
No offense to nobody who do Reggie.
Yeah, more power to you. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and something that I learned is, like, and don't take this the wrong way, but in this point in time, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I'm at right now is I'm fully focused on nothing but every day has to be better than the last. And knowing myself, knowing how I grind, like, if anybody doubts me at this point in time, you don't even know me. You feel me? And so, hey, I take it like this. I'm appreciative of everything I got. I got several businesses. I got a great team of people that I work with. And really, that's all that matters. And now for the first time in over a decade, instead of giving 8 to 10, 12 hours to somebody else and helping them make more money than I'm making, the way I look at it, why don't I try to do this and and put myself in a position.
Try to do it.
And do it, yeah.
Because you've been doing it for real.
Yeah, and and that's just what it is. You feel me? And then you'll find out who really rock with you, who really don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who really? Because here's the thing: when everything is comfortable and and steady papers coming in,
Relax.
Everybody's
steady and they're good then. But as soon as that shit gets a little shaky, then you'll see who really sticking with you and who got faith in you and who believe in you.
Hey, but them moments is good. You need them cleanses.
Hell yeah, cleanse you. Get that funky shit away from you. You feel me? Like seriously, get that negativity away from you. You feel me? Because if one person, like especially in certain points of time, like if you're in a basketball game, right, and you got all 5 players on the court and you down by like 3 points with like a minute left. You don't need nobody on your team saying like, man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this comeback. You feel me? I don't know. Like, man, we had to lead. You had to lead. We had to lead. Like,
lead that negative energy bullshit
the third quarter.
away.
It's not as smooth as they was because we down by 3. But like, look, is you trying to win this game or not? Shut the fuck up.
That's why you go back and you cut cats off the team.
All right.
Like, look, sometimes the referees might not be on our side right now. You feel me? But we still got to take the ball to the hole. We still got to score.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter what position you in. You still have to be able to provide and
you
get
about
it.
to hit this 2-point to get the rebound.
So
everybody don't make it to the end.
Hey.
Everybody don't make it to that locker room with the champagne popping.
Yeah.
True that.
Indeed. And so that's pretty much and we had a great weekend. Shout out 50/50 Comics. We went out there and did our thing, 50/50 Comics.
Shout out to all the people that bought something.
Right.
Oh yeah, everybody. Shout out Coventry, Mad Love. Our little homie El Jefe, still remember man El Jefe, Captain the Comic, him and his pops. And shout out Outlaw Jones Squad, Dominic LaRue, she did her thing at Captivate on Sunday.
Nice.
Outlaw Jones, we performing this Thursday at Exotic Cuisine, with DJ Jack the Ripper. Then we got a show on Friday.
Exotic Cuisine out there in Garfield.
And we're gonna be with my man Potter Rowe out in Columbus on Saturday.
Lorraine.
Yeah, out in Lorraine. Really dope spot. Every Thursday, the hottest hip hop goes down to Exotic Cuisine. Shout out.
I gotta give a shout out to Exotic Cuisines because shout out to Billy L. Sharp who help put that together. The former owners of the Chicago Chicken and Waffles, the people who ran that downtown. And then they got Exotic Cuisines. They're one of the best jerk chickens out there. I gotta give them a shout out, for real.
Right on. No doubt.
You gotta give.
So that's pretty much my week, and it was a pretty eventful week, and now I'm just looking forward to being here on the show with the squad, with the team. I'm looking forward to every smoke break. Newport is already calling me in the midst of my frustration. So we're gonna make it a good show. So tonight we are going to be talking the mental effects of COVID and what has happened over the past year, how it's mentally affected the world, how it's mentally affected you, myself, the people in this room, and we're gonna be getting into it, pretty much shortly. So, does anybody else have anything they want to add before I get into this topic?
The thing about it is like with the COVID stuff. I've been dealing with the unvaccinated. I had to tell y'all, I did catch COVID back in December of last year. That shit was no fun. Yeah,
we had COVID. Yeah. It was like a little bit right before that, as a whole station together.
Right. Yeah. So it was like it was no fun. I was like sweating. I'm like sweating through my sheets as far as lying down. And at that particular time, like. I was like, I was, worried about my son, my at the time 8-year-old. But the thing about it is, I was just a lot of stuff, and you reflect on, do you want to be alone in that situation? At that time, I was not. I was like, I am. Yeah, I was by myself, and it's like, and listen, I was gonna be honest with you, not being out. I'm a socialite. I like being out, but the thing about it is, not being out and. Not hitting on any girls, unfortunately. I was not in a relationship at the time. It's no fun at all. It was like no fun. I'm like just going back and forth through your like apartment or whatever, walking back and forth and staying awake, going to sleep. There's really nothing, being on lock. So the thing about it is I hated that, but I realized that, not to infect anybody else. Plus I was worried about my mom because at the same time I had COVID, she had it. And she's older than I am. So that was the biggest worry. I wasn't worried about me because I was taking my vitamins and minerals before this shit hit me. So I was like, I just went through the fever and the diarrhea, going back and forth to the bathroom. No wonder why people, hoarded the toilet paper for real. But just saying,
I was wondering that too. Like we're gonna go back to the beginning, early days of COVID and relive all that madness.
Right.
Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, is everybody like taking a whole bunch of shits or something while they confiscating the toilet tissue?
That is one of the symptoms, my guy.
I heard that, man.
That was like for real, that was the first time I heard like the severe poops.
That was the first time I heard that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of that's one of the first symptoms. Like with the stuffy nose and stuff like that. It feel like rocks is in your nose.
Wasn't it like a dry cough too?
I had the dry cough, but the thing about it is that to eliminate that, I already had some remedies and V8 and all that other stuff.
You saying your prayers and taking your vitamin.
Exactly. Yeah, I was, pretty much, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you got a hit with COVID yet?
But you know what? Like right before it hit like March. And like right before that, like February, I got like every symptom. I was sick for like 2 weeks. I couldn't work. I couldn't do nothing. I probably had it. And then like right after that, you seen it all on the news and stuff. And I'm like, that's everything that I just had.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure it was here before they said like it was white. Remember they was like, it's one case. It was just, they was just slowly reporting it.
2019, God rest my soul, my cousin Terrence Brown was on a ventilator in 2019 at a Hoosier. Said that this new thing couldn't make it. I had people, I talked to my classmates out of town. They was sick for like 3 months in 2019. Nobody knew what it was. And it was
like a couple people, they just had a cough for like a month. And it was just like, what is wrong? I can't stop coughing.
Dude, my cough was so bad, I had no voice.
Right.
None.
Yeah. Man.
So it's like, and with everything going on besides the coronavirus situation, you had other situations where, Black Lives Matter stuff happening to African American people. So it was like where the killer bees coming? Shit, I'm just waiting for them and the alligators and the sharks to have legs.
Or something like
2020 was a bitch for everybody.
Yeah, it was a different kind of year. So how did you manage with 2020?
Man, it was deep, man. Especially then when the George Floyd thing, because everybody was sitting at home.
Right.
So then for that to happen, man, it just like shook everything up. Just like family wise, like I got my oldest daughter. She lived with her mom part time, and then lived with me part time. And now with COVID, she lived with her mom. Like full time. So it's like that's the first time in her life that ever happened. So that was an adjustment for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I just try to take a step back and just thank God. Like, I got my health, my family's good. That's really all you can be concerned about, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all could be up and out of here with that kind of thing. So I'll be like, hey, I'm just blessed,
Right.
Just blessed.
Right. I lost a cousin in 2020. And like the one I said had COVID in 2019. He had a whole bunch of issues. He got succumbed to a heart attack. So I was really like...
And I lost my cousin in 2020 to COVID, and I was like, he was healthy, and it was like messed up. It was just like the timing, man, because like I don't know for anybody else, like last year was supposed to be like a really dope year, like
it was 2020 vision,
the plan.
Yeah, it was double vision, all right, double vision. It's double vision of hell.
It was like 2020 was like you waking up on Christmas Day. And you going and you like and there's like this big box right in the living room,
right?
And it got your name on it, and then like you gonna be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, this is my joint, and you open the box, and then like there's this big box it was like, okay, let me see what's in this box, and then there's all this paper and stuff, and then you get down, it's just all this broke glass. It's just like you stick your hand in, it's like like you got all this damn broke ass glass. The Xbox is just shattered. You know what I'm saying? When you open that joint up, you see the Xbox One case and everything. You open that little joint up, and the whole Xbox is just shattered. Like you trying to put the pieces back together. It come on a little bit. You're like, okay, I can make this work.
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody tried to make the best out of that bullshit that was 2020.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And when I think about it, like I lost and it was crazy because I started losing friends. It was just like once the quarantine happened, like everybody's craziness like came out. Whatever craziness people had, like. Yeah, keep down in them. Once COVID came out, all that crazy shit came out. You feel me?
I lost an ex-girlfriend to domestic violence, and she died. Yeah, and it's like like a whole bunch of violence just came out during the quarantine.
Yeah, cats was losing their grip.
Right. They was like the mental health stability was, you needed to talk to somebody.
Right.
He is like professionally. I'm not talking about the people at the barbershop because they was fucking closed too. So I'm like, you need to talk to somebody professionally. Like it was it was crazy. People were like, and then realizing that the person that you're quarantined with isn't the person that you actually want. Yeah, messes your mental up.
Hey, I became really, really, really awesome at like 2K. Like, can't nobody see me.
That was the best thing.
Can't nobody see.
Can't nobody see me now.
Put the 2020 skills on you.
No, but yeah, it's like, man, it and depending on who you were, like it really kind of took a mental toll on a lot of people. Like for me, when 2020, when it first hit, I was like, we just started filming the movie, and I was like in the mentality where, okay, if we're on quarantine, then every single day I'm just going to prepare when and then like I had some people on my team that want to do that. It was like, hey, this is a time for us to take a break and relax. And I was like, no, this is a time for us to like really like the working, like let's work on some scripts and like I was like, that's what I spent like most of 2020 doing, was trying to prepare of what it's going to be like afterwards, right? And then all them plans got fucked up too. Like it was like, what's the point? But mentally it put me in like, just be more focused and but then as it went on and the lockdown came and you're there, then I started to become a little bit more relaxed.
Right.
And I started reading more and drinking tea and writing poetry. Just randomly looking out the window and shit. Like, I had to say it like, you know what I'm saying? Just randomly looking out the window, just sipping some tea. Like, what is he thinking about? Like,
did you have a pinky up though?
Yeah, of course, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? Throw some Mozart, you know what I mean? I'll walk around the household just talking all pompous. Like, you were there.
Right. All right, and you had to think about this too. And I know there's people are like, I don't want to bring up the politics, but I guess I'm going to have to. There was a whole ass presidential election going on in this month.
When that happened? What was
2020. Everything
that happened?
Yeah, the presidential election. Yeah, so it was like, I had to, and you had to. What you think about that, Larry? What you think about this at all? Like a whole bunch of Trump supporters was trying to attack my ass, and I'm like, leave me alone.
Wow.
Right, for conspiracy theories out the mud, like
And then I noticed that too. Like 2020, it was like the year of like it was like the year of internet woke. If anybody
internet woke. Yeah.
Like here's the thing, right?
YouTubeologist.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody became an expert about everything.
PhDs on Facebook.
People knew about how diseases work. People knew about how elections work overnight. It was just like overnight, like word.
And I like when people hit you with do your own research. I've been researching, like
like
you read one
like if they say something stupid, like how did you come up with that? You got to research it yourself. Like, wait a minute, you came up with this preposterous idea. How did you come up with this?
First of all, I be looking like, dude, I went to college. Words have meaning.
Yeah.
Research has an actual meaning.
Right.
It's a process.
Context to where
you can't just read an article. That's not what research mean, bro.
But what happened was, and this is what it was though, and this is where like we saw a natural journalist. Say for instance, if you was a journalist and you went to journalism school, you worked for like 20, 30 years in this field, you were being outdone by like you know what I'm saying? By David you know what I mean, Tommy figure just some dude off of YouTube or some cat with a catchy Facebook post. It was like, wait a minute.
What about actual medical experts?
Oh, right. Wait a minute.
If I was a medical expert, but here's the thing though.
I'm gonna let y'all die.
And it goes deeper because if I was a medical expert, I would have been pissed off last year. You know what I'm saying? Because you mean to tell me I went to med school and all this shit, and you, Mr. You know what I'm saying, like, all I get is money every day. Hashtag, you know what I'm saying? And now
got the money up to your ear.
You feel me? But you're the expert in saying of what people should do and what not should do, and I'm wrong.
Exactly.
And
you know what, Brandon? I just tell those people, let them drink bleach and see how that works.
No, man, because it's all relative, right?
Right.
In the essence of what what is that fine line? Like, who are we believing or who are we not believing? You know, because now we don't. If you take the word of a doctor, because it'll go to levels. Well, how you gonna listen to that doctor? That doctor worked for that hospital, and that hospital is controlled by big pharma. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, it's like the levels. This is a conspiracy show, and this is a conspiracy show not to like. Every conspiracy is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe every conspiracy, right?
To chop it up about them.
You gotta, to chop it up about them and determine what makes sense and what don't. You feel me? I saw like, and this is where it kind of pissed me off because last year it went from COVID's not real, and it's like cell phone towers,
5G is killing us.
It was all this other shit except for COVID, and then you saw those people that were saying that that COVID is fake. They started getting it, and then it went from a level of, well, the government made it and they giving it to certain people, and then it was just like breakdown, and it was like, well, this is all the government plot to lock us in the house. Everybody was like, let us out, and then it was like, okay, well, everybody get out the house, but y'all got to wear masks. And this was before vaccines. It was like, no, y'all got us wearing masks for some type of conspiracy reason. It was like, okay, well, y'all don't want to wear masks, fine. Here's this rushed ass vaccine. Like all the conspiracy theories is literally getting what they asked for. Think about it.
They are.
Like think about it. Like and then but that keeps the conspiracy going.
Yeah.
And like, you know what? No, y'all ain't gonna trick me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it like this, right? When it first happened, there was just like, okay, this is here. We need to do this, that, and the third, right? Nobody wanted to do none of that shit. And then it got shut down. Everybody's like, oh, the government's trying to lock us in the house and bring in martial law. That didn't happen. And they're like, okay, everybody can go back out. They're like, wait, now the government wants us to wear masks because I heard people say there's satellite chips in the mask. And a lady literally said that the wire in the mask, a lady told me that the wire in the mask was so the government could track you.
Wait, you know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. If the government really want to track you, Brandon, what do you have over there?
Yeah, but they're saying like, but here's the argument to that though, and I listen to both sides because I'm not a biased individual, right? I like to listen to both sides.
Go right ahead.
They're a tracking device, but I could throw it, and now they can't track me no more. You know what I'm saying? Which is very true, but then you forget like they have cameras and satellites everywhere on the planet.
There's a camera on
every fucking where.
Every building.
There's a camera in the lights.
I want everybody to think about this, right?
Covering the planet.
If y'all think that the government has to need this to track us down, I want y'all to think about it this, right? We are all like regular, average, money-making people. El Chapo couldn't get away from the government.
Yeah.
What makes you think your ass, just because you ain't got a vaccine, you're just not like, oh, the government don't know me because I didn't get the vaccine.
Government gonna find.
They know where you at.
Tracking everybody, they gonna find everybody.
Here's the thing, right?
You don't think El Chapo worked for them? Who would think he was giving him his drug?
She took it to the other
conspiracy. The other conspiracy. All right, do I think, like, here's the thing, right? If we go to South America, for real, you go to those areas, like, I mean, they grow cocaine there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do the government, do they play a part in it? Yeah, but you can't, they don't control it. Like, if you got a dude that's selling drugs he got more money than the president.
You
the government control it. Say what?
You don't think they control it?
They control it here at the border, but they don't control it outside of here. Like, they control the influx of it, like how it gets into the United States. Do they actually control, like, the actual production of it? Nah, that's all them people down there. Like the cartel control.
They're a player in the game.
They're a player in the game.
Commission.
Yeah, like
think about this.
Yeah, they're not like the top dogs. They're they're like an investor. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
exactly.
Like, I got this stuff I'm growing. The United States is like, I want to invest like some billions of dollars into that. Sweet. And like another country's like, I want to invest some billions of dollars. That's sweet. You know, and then it's like the country who invests more, they probably got more say so because the United States is the highest consumer of narcotics.
I'll take it a step further. They are like an investor who also, for his 9 to 5, is a dirty cop.
Yeah.
Because when they want to come topple your regime,
they'll do it. They'll find a way.
Yeah.
Think about that. Ricky Ross. Rick Ross, not the rapper, the drug dealer. Most of his and everybody else's drugs. Freeway Rick. That he made like $220 million between like 4 states. This was one of them, Ohio. Now, he was on Voice of Radio years ago talking about his book. He had to get himself out of jail. You know what they used his money for? The Iran-Contra affair back in 1980. Who was the president at that time? Ronald Winslow Reagan.
Who was the head of the CIA during that time? George W. Bush.
George
H. Bush.
Herbert Walker, not W. He's too stupid,
Yeah,
but his
George
daddy,
Herbert,
Herbert Walker, was the head of the CIA. So think about this. They've been doing this shit for a very long time. 1984, when they saying Big Brother is watching you,
Right.
this shit didn't happen in 1984. It was just written.
They go back even back.
We go
before
back in
that,
the
though.
70s.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? And this is where maybe some people where I give some credence to. Like, say for instance, if like I understand why people don't trust the government when it comes down to just overall information. When it comes down to medicines, I understand why people don't trust the government. But in certain situations, it's like even this is like I think the government, if anything, they try to do is where I think the government fucked up in how they handled the COVID situation.
Of course they did.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, when haven't they?
Right, but here's the thing, like there's like unless there beforehand has never been like a plague to hit the planet, then I can understand what they're saying. But we done dealt with smallpox, we done had black plagues, we done had all different types of, and then it's all relative to science too. Because if people take a look at science, and this is just the relative of it, the hotter the world gets, the more diseases that will be available. Because a cooler planet keeps more diseases dormant. When you heat up the world, more diseases, they're easier to spread, and they're easier, and then they incubate, they out there. And so when it comes down to COVID, I knew that shit was real from the get-go.
Yeah. It was going to come in 2015. The Obama administration made up a pandemic relief because our enemies would not attack us. I mean, they already did the 9/11 thing with, the World Trade Towers. The Trade Towers was a sense of economic development in New York City, New York. They're not going to hit us physically. They're going to hit us chemically. So Obama made up the pandemic response team. A certain orange jackass president, because he was jealous of the black man that was in office before him, dismantled the pandemic team.
But man, look how much money we made.
Wall Street made some damn money.
Look at the economy though. Look the economy, man. Like
y'all might hate me for this, but I'm a Trump supporter.
Are you a Trump supporter or just a?
We hate you for it.
Why?
I'm a Trump because listen, a lot of people down Trump because like what he did
I'm not supportive
and
of no
who he
president.
was or whatever. However, Trump woke us up for real. A lot of people.
Nah, I like that.
Before Trump got into office, a lot of people, Trump was trying to get women off of welfare. Trump shut down a lot of things that right now everybody was rooting for Biden, and everybody thought Biden was an answer, but Biden turned the whole shit. My bad.
But people, he shut down.
I gotta agree with one part of that though.
He woke us up.
Yeah,
to hell.
I think the Republicans tend to, because they don't really care about black folks. They don't give us no support. They don't give us no voice. They don't even try to pretend. So when they in office, we know we ain't got a leg to stand on. So we stand up for ourselves.
Right.
We get real woke. We start standing up, doing all kind of stuff. When Democrats come in office, they lie and say they down for us.
But they really
stop.
not.
And we chill. So I do feel you on that.
But
I wouldn't
this is
say
where-
I'm a Trump supporter, but I agree with you on that.
He was who he always said he was. Trump never said that he was down for us. Trump never pretended.
No, he did.
No, he
Well,
never.
he did when he was with
he
Diamond
never
and Silk.
pretended to be anybody other than who he was.
He did all the time.
He never.
Like he
no,
pretended to be
didn't.
a Christian and he wasn't a Christian. Because I'm gonna break that down. Donald Trump. For everybody, like, and this is how I know we live in a fake ass society, because people look at shit that's fake and they think that's real. Like no, like Donald Trump was
Like
a real
Gucci
asshole,
bags?
but he was a
Never
fake.
mind.
He was a fake rich dude.
Yeah.
That's fake. He was a fake smart businessman.
Yeah.
That's fake. He was like how many
Fake
times did he say,
Christian.
"Hey,
He was
I
a fake
love my
That's
black
right, though.
people."
But that's
Wait.
He made it to presidency. He made it to be our
He was
president.
a fake Republican.
So
He was a fake-
not even a Republican.
But that's
they
not-
still voted him to
But
be
here's
our
the
president.
thing though. All right, we
I
can say
ain't
that on
vote
one
for
end,
that,
but if we
but-
leave it up to our woke folk, they'll say that presidents are selected. So did he make it or was he
Wait a
selected?
minute. I feel like ain't it up to the 17
The same-
electorals anyway?
No,
That
I mean, but
actually
that's what I'm saying. I'm using the argument that the woke folks are saying. They'll tell you that Barack
He was
Obama was selected,
selected.
and all the presidents are selected, but then Donald Trump was so real, but he wasn't selected either. But it's clear, like he like.
I feel like
Which
he
one
nobody
was
voted for the
it?
motherfucker.
Which one
Like-
was it?
like
Was
that-
he was selected or he wasn't selected?
I feel like he was selected just because they was tired of Obama, so they wanted to put somebody. They took.
Obama's term was over.
His Obama's term was over. He could have been tired. He already
Already
was
ran
president
it
for
like
years.
you can
He
only
ran
be
against
president
Hillary
twice.
Clinton. So and that's the thing too, right? So when we look at like Donald Trump and his real quote unquote realness, fake college,
Yeah.
fake money,
Yeah.
fake personality,
Yeah.
fake skin, fake hair,
Fake Christian.
fake Christian,
Fake Republican.
fake Republican. What is the realness that people talking about Donald Trump brought to the table?
He was fake.
Like what?
Real crimes.
He was fake pro-life.
He was fake pro-life.
Like what was Donald Trump real about?
What president is real?
But no. We're not asking that question.
He was a little different breed, though.
If we are going to be so focused on all the shit that Donald Trump did do or who,
no, we're not. I'm not focused on that.
Hear me out, right? If he was so fake this, he was so fake that. Name me a president that actually did anything.
But see, that's the thing. I've never said any president was real. I've never said there was none of them.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
So why we so mad at Trump then? He was
Because he's an asshole. That's why.
I'm not mad at no. Here's the thing. No. I'm saying like here's the thing. I'm like my thing was Trump was just a shitty president. Like you said that Trump was real. You're the only person that said Trump was real.
I never said he was
Right.
real. I said that I was a Trump supporter to a certain extent. I never said that he was real.
But to his
I am a
point,
Trump supporter. I would take Trump
what
over
he
any
described
other
about
president that we
Trump,
had.
you can't say that about Obama. Even though Obama you may say that he ain't do nothing, but you can't say he was fake and nothing he did.
He was really out there in the streets of Chicago.
Is
Was
his
really
name
that
really
dude.
Obama?
Yes, it's Obama.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes,
It's not
it-
American Satori or something. Is it really Obama?
Yes, it is
Is that his
Obama.
real name?
His father was in Kenya.
His name was Obama.
His last name
He's not
is.
even from Kenya in real life.
His father. Well, where is he from? Where's he from? Where's he from? Where's he from? Where's he
We don't have
from?
to scream.
Where's he
But
from?
Here's the
He
thing.
died out in Kenya too.
Right, thank
Here's
you.
the thing. When we say stuff like he wasn't born in Kenya, I definitely
my
want to
God.
know the context and I definitely want to know
Thank
the
you.
source.
Proof.
Like we can't just say that as a fact. Like that's one thing that I'll never do is I'm not going to say I'm not going to take it because that's clearly conspiracy theory right there
Facts.
and state that as a fact because here's the thing when I look at stuff like that. I look at common sense. You know how many people had to be involved and to keep that lie?
That's what
like
I'm
everybody in
saying.
Hawaii,
A lot of people.
everybody in Hawaii, everybody in Kenya in that village.
Eons. Our government been doing this for eons. Anything they put in front
But
of
no,
us.
but here's the thing. But our government haven't been around for eons, though. Our government has only been around for like 200 some odd
How haven't
years.
they? How haven't they?
Because America's only been around for like a couple hundred years.
Okay, well, who
400
was
years.
before then?
What you talking about?
Who was running the world before then? The Romans, right? The Catholics and whoever.
No,
right?
well, prior to
Was they still not a government?
prior to America, it was the British.
Was it still
And then
not
it
a
was the
government?
French.
Was
Thank
it
you.
still not a
British,
government?
French.
Was it still not a government? It just didn't come out of nowhere. It was still a government, whether we want to call it that or not. It was always something there that was in place.
But
You gotta realize when it comes to Obama and his family line, that was a thing to attack him on.
Right,
There's
exactly.
no way, if any fault was in it, it would have been found already.
Yeah, them niggas
They was
was-
trying to get him out of presidency.
You know what's
his
crazy?
father was born.
This is what's crazy about American black folks. We talk about, man, we want to go back to Africa and Africa, but then we dog Obama for being African.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Oh, Obama's daddy's from Kenya. Well, damn it, don't y'all want a full-blooded African or somebody from Kenya in
Something like
office?
that, yeah.
What the hell is wrong with y'all? Like y'all confusing the hell out of me now.
We just don't want
You feel
to.
me?
Go back to Africa.
We don't. We okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying though, he's a
Grimy.
like his daddy is more black than we
Yeah,
are.
right.
But we like for real though, Barack Obama is the same is darker than Larry. But you know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
Hey,
come on.
better waves than
For real.
mine. I gotta
last
admit
time I
that
checked, last time I checked, we claimed Halle Berry, and she's mixed. Last time I checked, Drake is the #1 selling motherfucker out here, and he's mixed as shit.
And
Like-
he's Canadian.
Any Canadian.
And he's Canadian. Like, and he's Canadian,
And
for God's
he's
sake.
and he's a sitcom star.
I like Jay-Z better, but that's just my.
I'm just saying though, like man, like black people be
I like
killing me
Drake
with the
though.
whole,
Drake
like,
is
and okay, Barack Obama's daddy is from Kenya. Dope,
Right.
but guess Donald Trump's daddy is from Germany.
Do we
like,
know that 100%?
we don't.
Hey.
Do we know that for sure though that Barack Obama father is from Kenya?
We know he's black.
Black, he's black.
I know he ain't from Germany.
No, hear me out, right? Before we go on commercial. Do we know, can we go get Obama, as they say, can we get his birth certificate and say his daddy is from Kenya?
They got it.
Listen, hold
They got
on, wait a minute,
Okay.
hear me out. Because one thing is so cool for certain, I ain't hating on Obama because on some real shit, that's what you call, he was a stand-up guy. Only because he ain't had no scandals, no this, no that, no nothing. So I get it.
He had no
I get
extra
it.
baby mamas, thank God.
He had a job to do and he stepped in and did the job.
Exactly.
However, we be so hell bent on stuff that the other people give us. We can't go print out all that.
But no,
wait a minute.
his father's from Kenya. He got brothers over there right now that don't like
not
him.
public.
It is public.
It is public.
So the next time we all sit here, somebody should have a copy of Obama birth certificate.
So let me ask you a
That's
question.
the next
Wait.
one.
Whoa. Here's a good
Whoa.
Why in America do we have a black president? We have to get. Why are we? Can we get Donald Trump's daddy's birth certificate?
We can't.
Can we get George W.'s birth certificate? No, actually we can't because when you look
How
at
about
Donald
let's
Trump,
get every single
hold on,
president since the 80s?
When you look at
birth
Donald Trump's
certificate.
parents and his grandparents, them motherfuckers was from Germany.
And they were, and they changed their name.
And they changed their name.
Trump.
You feel me? And that's more nefarious than Barack Obama's past. But here's the thing, right? America, we like they have convinced black folks that we cannot have any positions of, and this is that whole Illuminati shit, all that shit. And all of those videos, and all of those videos, when you want to look at them, they come from white supremacist groups. They come from.
All the information we get is from the other side. We can't go nowhere and find our own tutelage, our own.
So if that's the case,
everything we get is from the.
So if that's the case,
that ain't true.
That's not true.
That's not true. There are books. There are books that's written about black people.
Just read. You know what?
Henry Louis Gates.
Anybody read Nelson Mandela's
He do
book.
all of this stuff.
Right.
And so here's the thing, right? All right. So if we saying that if that's the case, then all the information that you said about Barack Obama's daddy and that's not being his real name, so you're saying that you got that information from
somebody else.
But you said it is fact though.
Hold on. The same thing that y'all saying. You saying that's fact. What you said out your mouth. No. What we're doing right now, we all have our own conspiracy theories some way.
But no, they actually traced his family for real though.
Right, they traced his family for real.
And produce Barack Obama's birth certificate. If nobody can sit here and produce
but they did produce his birth certificate. That was
why Obama was gold to every single president.
Remember? Okay, this is what I'm saying to you. If nobody can sit here right now and produce anything that we're talking about in actual paperwork or actual facts, then what we're hearing is all hearsay from somebody else.
Period. I can't get your birth certificate right now. I have to order it. Like nobody can just look up somebody's birth certificate
online.
Like DJ Baby Boy, I don't believe you're from America. I need to get your birth certificate.
Right now,
I'm from the moon. Fuck it.
Everything that we say out of our mouth, whatever conspiracy.
I am from the moon.
It is.
I am from Mars.
Let me ask you this, Perry.
I got antennas out of this bitch.
Let me ask you this. Why do you need Obamas?
What do you mean why you need Obama? Because that's something that we were always just sitting here talking about, right? Y'all just said that he's dating from Kenya,
but
right?
Why question
Why? Question, let me respond, please.
Right.
You said that his daddy from Kenya, correct?
Yeah.
And I said if his daddy's from Kenya, can we see that on his birth certificate?
Yeah.
Or is that not what somebody else said?
So why is that a problem though?
But you won't let me answer. The reason why we know is because Donald Trump asked the exact same question you did. They proved him wrong.
Let the engineer.
Hold on, baby boy, get up here.
It's a quick question.
Yes.
I don't think I ever seen anybody's parents' nationality on the birth certificate.
That's not true, because it's on mine. My mom and my daddy, yes. It is.
Saying black and white
Yes,
or something like
it
that?
is.
Or
Yes,
is
it
it
is.
So-
Kenya in Germany?
It says black and
So
white.
who are we looking? We're looking at.
I asked you on what's the name.
I said Obama's father was from Kenya. Obama was born in the States. So whose birth certificate we looking for? Whose birth certificate we looking for? We looking for Obama. We're looking for his daddy.
We would have to go to Africa
Or Kenya and look for that shit.
Okay.
Right. So that we.
I'm just kind of, the thing about it for me is they already did all this research because that's how Trump got in the spotlight to begin with.
Thank you.
When Obama got elected, Trump was the first one to say he wasn't born
here in America.
He was running off of
Trump hired a
racism.
team to do the full research,
And they found his birth certificate.
So why did it take months to produce his birth certificate? Why did it take months?
Because he was born in Hawaii.
Why did it take months on top of months to produce a birth certificate? He's the president of the United States. What you
The
mean?
same reason why it took 4
The
years.
same reason why it took Trump to give his tax return.
Because he don't.
Oh, he ain't give him yet. My fault.
No, the real answer is
he's an
because he
ass.
don't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like why when they say Trump, put your taxes out.
Right.
You don't have
Because here's the
to.
thing, right?
Okay.
If I'm in Barack Obama's shoes, you got to think about it like this. I'm Barack Obama. I'm the first black president of the United States. This fat ass white dude is asking me for my birth certificate.
Out of
Fuck you.
nowhere.
Like out of nowhere? Dude, fuck you. And I don't have to show you a birth certificate. I'm the president. I've already got the vetting by the people that I need to worry about being vetted by. Not damn it, Donald Trump. So if everybody want to ask
He's
why,
the president too, though.
say what?
Not only that though.
Donald Trump made it to be
Before-
president.
So let me ask you a question.
He made it because of the simple fact of the matter is because of the simple fact of the matter is, at that particular time, Donald Trump was a private citizen before he got into politics.
Yeah, he wasn't in politics.
Barack Obama was the president of the United States during his last term.
That's literally
so
like
the
me
thing
as a
about it is,
citizen
like,
asking the president for his birth certificate.
Yeah.
And the president would be like, fuck you.
like, he don't have to. He don't have to ask for that shit.
But who was Donald Trump at the
I don't
point in
get.
time?
You know what? I don't. You know what?
Hold on, wait, calm down because I want to hear this.
Okay.
Why don't you agree that Barack Obama should have produced his birth certificate at the request of Donald Trump?
Because Because what you just said, and I understand what you're saying. However, you just said that's like me asking that's like you, Brandon Exdale, asking Obama to produce something. First of all, and this ain't no shake to nobody. Ain't none of us in here, no matter how high mighty we want to think or feel we are, we ain't on Donald Trump level. And even if he ain't shit, we still ain't on Donald Trump level to even be able to sit in the same rooms that Donald Trump can sit in, to be able to hold a conversation. Yo, and even though as much of an ass that he is, we are not to the standard that man is to sit in the same
Which standard?
What's standard?
What standard?
Listen.
There's that class society again.
Y'all want to argue semantics. I'm not arguing semantics. Can you make the same phone call Donald Trump make? Can you get in a room with Putin? Can you get on King Yang, whatever that name is?
You mean the devil? Okay, in Russia.
Y'all
All
are
right.
arguing the semantics right now.
No, I'm saying he couldn't either until he sat in the Oval
None of
Office.
us, not me, not you, not none of us can sit in the same rooms that Donald Trump sat in. And again, fuck Donald Trump. Let me just say that. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Obama. Fuck all them presidents, because ain't none of them did nothing in real life for black people. So I'm gonna put that out there. Let me just say that. That's fuck all them. Period. That's number one. That's numero uno. But to my thoughts of what I'm saying is, none of us right now could pick up the phone and call anybody that Donald Trump. None of us could pick up the phone and even get in contact with him.
So even all right. So here's the thing. So even at that time, wait. All right. So no, we're not arguing semantics. So if that's the case,
right now, y'all put out a birth certificate.
So you saying we're not rich and connected enough?
All right, we got that.
But there are citizens that are richer and more connected to him.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So if that's the case, then we could apply that to Barack Obama at the time to Donald Trump. Donald Trump wasn't able to make the same phone calls that Barack Obama could make.
Thank you.
Yes, he could though.
No.
Yes, he could though. That's Donald fucking Trump. You know who his father was? You know how? And even if his money's fucked up right now.
Exactly
Whoa.
All right, come on.
Just a couple of casinos and some hotels. He can make the same calls.
But I keep saying just this, and y'all making it like it's my new. Do you have casinos and hotels? Do you have casinos and hotels? Do you have casinos and hotels?
He don't either.
But he did. He did. Did you have a hotel and lose it?
But here's the
Did you
thing.
have a casino and lose it? I damn sure didn't have a casino.
What does that have to do with the
price of tea and china?
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing. No. But here's the question, though. What is that? Like, it doesn't. Like, what would all that still have him giving him the credentials to request the president's birth certificate?
So y'all really sitting here saying to me right now, you don't understand the correlation of Donald Trump having the access to the people that he had access to.
But he didn't have access to people, though.
But he did, because...
So you said because he
had it. The thing about it is when he started to run for president, he started...
Okay? For Donald Trump to say whatever he said, for Obama to produce whatever he needed to produce, that shit hit mainstream media, and we can sit here right now and argue about it. If he wasn't shit, then we wouldn't be arguing about it. If he wasn't nothing,
This is the same motherfucker that put in the paper about them boys in Central Park 5 saying they raped and killed this
what the
person.
fuck did Obama do when that man was...
Hold on. The Central Park 5 was back in 1985.
Yeah, Obama
Hold on.
Black people. What did he do?
He didn't wish nobody was dead.
You know what Obama did for black people? He made fucking sure that I can tell my son, who's 9 years old, that he can be any fucking thing he want to be, because there was no black presidents before then.
What you gonna do is bring it down 110 fucking %.
You already said that.
In the room. That's the first thing. That's what.
First of all, I respect him. Whoa.
All right, so wait. This one.
I studied the politics.
Larry, calm down. Pete, calm down. One thing we're not gonna do is, and here's the thing. I'm all about equality. Pete, you were literally like Larry. Both of y'all are like yelling. Like if one person, like here's the thing. If one person can't yell, nobody can yell.
The thing about it is, I was explaining about the Central Park 5 at that particular point in time. 5 innocent black teenagers. They're still juveniles. Donald Trump put their names and addresses in the paper. One of those boys killed themselves because they were innocent, and he was accused of it. And the thing about it is, Donald Trump did that shit maliciously on purpose. Those families and those boys never were the same again. So exactly, that was before.
You got to finish it, because years later, when he was elected president,
when he was
asked him,
do you want to take that back? He said, I don't regret any of that.
You don't regret any of that.
Here's the thing, right?
He was who he's always been, and this is what I'm gonna say, because this is my show. this is my boy show, but this is the Lake Erie Theory. I don't come on your show and do none of those type of things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna apologize. Let me get this out, please, and thank you very much. I'm gonna apologize for if you felt my passion was my anger, because that definitely ain't it. But to what you just said about whatever it is that Donald Trump did, Obama was president for 8 years. What did he do to legalize anything for black people, to make black people get to the next level?
So let me ask you a question. Whoa.
Affordable Health Care Act.
You know what? I've heard 1,000 black people ask that question. You know what my question is? Did you read any of his policies? You know what they'll say every single time? No.
Nope.
Did you look up any of his policies?
Nope.
Is they in place? Is they being ran right now, or have they been shut down?
Actually, Pete. If they were in place, that means that he put them in. And if Trump removed them, that's because he removed them while Trump was in office, not because they were failing. So if people ask all the time,
what did he do? So since y'all talk about policy,
let me answer the question.
Put them out there.
All right. So for one, affordable housing.
I gotta call this out though. That's kind of gaslighting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can't bring an aggressive approach to them and then force them to have their own research. That's not right. If you feel like Obama didn't do nothing, you got to prove that. You can't make them disprove that. That's not the way you should approach your argument.
That's journalism 101.
But that's what y'all doing right now, though.
No, we're not.
No, they're not making a point. You're making a point.
Yeah, you said
you're trying to say what it did for black people.
And so
I'm a black woman. What did he do for black women? What did he do for black? Since y'all saying these things, what you saying? I can't discredit. I can't do gaslight. I don't do that. What I'm saying to you guys is right now. Here it is, right now on the table. Whatever I need to produce, I'll produce it. Whatever you need to produce it. Because right now we're only arguing the semantics that ain't nobody said nothing that he really did.
All right, well, for one, I'll just say it like this.
I can't say it.
He definitely put policies in place to protect women from harassment. He definitely
White women.
Black women. The law doesn't say the law doesn't say white women only. The law is for women and women only.
Period.
And if your lawyer can't decipher that, that's your lawyer's fault, not Barack Obama's fault. In that regard, he also put policies in place so y'all could get equal pay. You know what I'm saying? For one. Right, also, for maternity leave, vacation time, and things of that nature as well. Also, for home ownership, business ownership, women got incentives. Black women, this is actually in the books. Black women got incentives for starting their own businesses. Black women got incentives and grants for going to college. But those are actually just facts, though. And that was actually in place. That was actually
backed up by actual improvements. Yeah, more black women go to college and start businesses
under Barack Obama
than any other time, and more than black men.
Yeah. And home and on homes as well. These are like conspiracies. These are like numbers, and numbers also show that Barack Obama, and this is for the country as a whole, black people, white people, Hispanic people, because I don't care what color you are. When you're the president, you're supposed to be the president of the United States, right? Yeah. So, and you have to, or you're not going to be president, right? So under Barack Obama, everybody experienced a continuous 17 straight months of job growth.
Yeah.
The economy grew 17 consecutive months under Barack Obama. And that includes black people benefited. Because here's the thing. People forget when Barack Obama first got into office, we were literally in the housing bubble in the recession. Yeah, he saved the whole country. Everybody got saved. So when you ask what Barack Obama did for black people, here's the thing. If Barack Obama only did stuff for black people, and we was the only ones that benefited, guess what? We only make up a small percentage of the population. He's not a good president. Yeah. He's not a good president. But Barack Obama made improvements for everybody. Now, the only people that feel that he didn't make improvements, and this what caught me off guard, and I actually noticed this. When Barack Obama was president, all racist white people said all his policies and laws was put in place for black people.
Right.
But then you had black people at the same time saying he's not doing shit for nobody. That let me know nobody's actually paying attention, and nobody knows anything.
A lot of people didn't
nobody
like
give a shit.
Care. A lot of people had real beef with the Affordable Care Act.
The Affordable Care Act.
Whether I agree with them or not, a lot of people had legit.
Which benefited the health of black women because of the simple fact of the matter is the highest rates of SIDS, which is sudden death infant syndrome. Yeah. Black
you're not gonna please people with that healthcare thing, though. You never will. Everybody, man.
Because here's the thing. All right, we're gonna go to break. We're gonna come right back. We got Jay Floyd, we got Larry Gardner in the building. This is Voice It Radio. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lake Erie Theory.
That was completed.
No.